back, everyone. Don't know why I love to clap when I say that. Usually take that part out, so you may see this part, you may not. Anyway, welcome back. And if you're new here, I'm Monica, and today I am bringing you guys a vintage thrifted haul. So these are home decor items that I have picked up from the thrift stores as well as some antique malls. And yeah, let's get right into it. First, I'm going to start with something that is going outside, and this is just the cutest little garden decor. So as you can see, it's this big stake and it has a sunflower on top, and then it's got this lovely little basket. And I believe what this is for is to hold a block of suet, which is a bird food. So I was super excited to see this and just had to grab it. It was $9.95, and the thrift store that I go to that has these little stickers here, you get an additional percentage off whatever the color is. So it was some percentage off. Can't remember what the green sticker means as far as the number or the percentage that is off, but it ended up being less than $10. So for less than $10, this little cutie, or big cutie, I guess we could say, had to come home, and it will definitely look beautiful in our backyard. Next, I'm gonna show you guys, I didn't bring this inside because I was just so excited to go ahead and put it outside. It was an amazing find. It's a cushion for a chaise lounge, or I guess lounger, recliner, no, lounge chair for the backyard. This cushion fit the chair perfectly. It's so beautiful. And normally these cushions, I think the actual original tag was still on there and it said $30. I got it for $6. So I'm gonna insert a clip of that so that way you can see this gorgeous chair and what it looks like now. Just very excited because I love the print. I love the botanical, tropical look. Next, let's move on to some beautiful vintage decor. And this is, I guess, what you would call wall art. And they are too gorgeous. They were just too beautiful for me to pass up. And we have one little beautiful butterfly here. The second beautiful butterfly, which is kind of a medium size. And there are three. There is an even bigger, beautiful butterfly. And as you guys can see, this is really cool because you can see the beautiful ability for it to change color here, because these are metal. So these are what feels like tin, and they're this gorgeous brass, bronze color. There's some brown in here as well. And they also look gold. So I loved that. I thought these were so beautiful. They're vintage and they were $10. I found these at one of my favorite antique malls that's actually just right down the road from me. It's a gorgeous antique mall. They always have the most beautiful booth setups, and I saw those and grabbed them right away. Also found at that same antique mall was this little beauty. So this is a vintage frame, and it's actually gold plated. So it was a little more pricey than I would normally pay for a small piece of art like this. But because the frame was vintage and I just loved this detail on it, I had to pick it up. Next, we have another piece of art. This was found at Goodwill. And again, I love these frames. I love these gold frames. I will tell you though, these gold frames, woo, they're not easy to deal with, because if you look at the back here, there's all kinds of crazy things going on. So you just have to figure it out and be careful with what you're doing. But thankfully, I'm not going to be changing out the artwork that's in it. This artwork I just thought was so cool. I do need to do a little cleanup on the glass and things like that, but I just thought that was so beautiful. You have that gorgeous sun, whale tail, what it looks like, and then the ocean. You can't really see it that great, but there's little sparkles on here too. And then it's got this neat little stamp. And then I'll read you guys what's written in pencil. It says, play in sunset, and then what looks like the word Daikiki, Daikiki, and then it's signed 1990. So that's pretty cool. Definitely vintage. I mean, can you say something 30 years old is vintage? I think so, right? And then antique goes even older than that. I'll have to look that up for you guys, and if I find that, I'm gonna put that on the screen because I think that's important information, or just fun information for anybody that's into that kind of thing to know. So this I thought was so beautiful. I'll definitely find a place for that in my home, or maybe even give it as a gift sometime, because I love doing things like that, because that is just so beautiful, right? Oh, I forgot to tell you how much it was. $1. It was $1.09. So for that and this gorgeous frame, it's got this really pretty coral color in the matting. Whew, had to get that for $1. And speaking of which, we have another dollar item here. There is no artwork in it, but I just loved this frame. The colors really just stood out to me. I'm a really big fan of jewel tones, and this encompasses pretty much all of those. It's got this really pretty gold here. It's also black, and it's also wood. And I love that. I think this is for sure an old frame. This was $1. I think I said that already, but yeah, I really like this. I love this look to it as well. I think it does sort of give off an 80s, maybe early 90s vibe, because those colors were frequently used, or at least this kind of pattern. But I certainly don't care about that. I am a big advocate for, if it is something that you like and you feel like it would look good in your home, you should get it. Don't worry about following trends unless you're into that, but for the most part, you should do things that you really like because it's your home and that's what you're going to be living with. Next, we have some gorgeous little plates. I love this color blue, first of all. So for the 3 of these, this was $3.95. So again, we have a set of 3. We've got a small, a medium, and a large. So pretty. I thought this would look so cute hung up on a wall somewhere. You could kind of change around how you want them to be set up, and they each come with this little ring for hanging them up. And I just thought this print was so pretty, and now that I am inspecting this, I can see that somebody painted all of that on there. So these are just too gorgeous. I think I just gravitate towards this blue color here. I love it so, so much. These little guys are kind of noisy, so let's put those down. All right, next we have another kind of plate, I guess you could say. Well, it's absolutely a plate, but I'm doing a little bit of a grouping here. So those sort of plates, sort of wall art. This is definitely a plate or a little dish. So let me get the proper lighting on this here. And I just love this. Again, we've got some blue. We've also got some green. We've also got our little bug here. And this just screamed spring to me, or I think I'm just a sucker for anything floral, anything garden, anything that just really reminds you of outdoors and the beauty of nature. So I had a DIY in mind for this dish. So I'm gonna probably be on the lookout for more that sort of give off this look, or just have such a pretty look to them. I love thrifting for dishware, and I think that's one of the best places to look because, I mean, look how beautiful this is. And this was 89 cents. I remember I took the sticker off, but this was 89 cents and this was from Goodwill. So stay tuned for the DIY I have planned for this little guy. And then next we have a larger plate, but it's actually not for food use. This was $5.95. Again, it was from the thrift store for kids, where they give a percentage off of their different colors. But I will let you guys guess, what do you think that I might turn this into? That's right, a bird bath. Doesn't this just look like it would be the most beautiful bird bath? This already looks like stone, and it is pretty hefty, so I'm not really sure what it is. Just maybe some some clay or ceramic, but woo, this thing is a little heavy, and I love the way it looks. So pretty, so beautiful, and it just looks like something that would be in a gorgeous garden. So I felt like it belonged in my gorgeous garden, and I would love to turn it into a bird bath. And that I'll just roll right into my next item, because I actually bought this right here with the intention of possibly being the base for my bird bath, but my husband promptly told me that that was not going to work. So I think he said that I needed to probably have a larger base, or just something to where it wouldn't tip over as easily. So I'm going to be on the lookout for something else, or I'll just use something else that we already have in our backyard, some wood, or I know I've got something I could probably use. But I thought this was gorgeous. I think this would look really pretty outside, just because of, as you guys can see, it's kind of overcast today, and I've got some lighting going on here, but when it hits that lighting, doesn't that just look so pretty? You can also see these little indentions here. And this is just the most gorgeous bronze copper color, and it is actually. So this was, well, it says made in India, bronze finish, $15.95 wherever it was from originally, and I got it for $4.95 with a little bit off of that green sticker. So this was beautiful. This is beautiful, and had to come home with me. I've got all my items strewn about over here, so we're just gonna kind of continue to do that as I talk about everything. Okay. What can we say about this beautiful picture other than just look at it? This is so beautiful to me. I love all of these colors. I love this terracotta clay so much. And this is just the most gorgeous picture to me. This would be perfect on an island or a large countertop, console table with some fresh flowers inside. Just truly gorgeous. And because it's so beautiful, it would look good without flowers. I think I may even end up styling this on my fireplace mantle or somewhere in my bedroom. So this was, it says handcrafted picture as is, because it does have a little bit of chipping here, but who cares about that? Look how pretty it is. I mean, these kinds of little things do not bother me at all. If anything, they just give a piece like this even more character, in my opinion. And this was $5. For $5, you betcha I was grabbing this guy. And this has a little signature from whoever the artist was. Beautiful. Okay, let's not make a mess and keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. That's the coffee kicking in. That's the positive about making these videos in the morning. Baby's taking her nap, and I've got some coffee running through my veins. Maybe a little more pep in my step than usual when I'm talking on these videos. Okay, lastly, ooh, I think you guys got a little peek of what it is. It's baskets. Probably, could I even say that I have a favorite thing that I get from the thrift store, because I just genuinely enjoy looking at all of it. But baskets, I could talk about all day. I could probably look for every day. So I found this gorgeous little guy. This was $1. I cut all the tags off yesterday, but this was $1. I love the way this looks. It gives off very coastal feel, which is a style that I really like. And I'm in the process, like I said before, of redoing my bathroom and other rooms, and just constantly always redecorating or organizing, and baskets are perfect for that. You can fold things and stack them up really nicely, and this was just one that I couldn't pass up. I also found this little cutie. This was also $1. Love little baskets for organization projects, so be on the lookout for that when you are at the thrift store or antique malls, because you can find really good deals on these. So this one I had to get. And lastly, I have this gorgeous big basket. And if you take a look at it from this angle, I really like the way that it opened up because it will allow for maybe some towels or just other things that are larger in size to go in nicely, again, for organization. So this was beautiful. This was $2. Can't beat that deal for these baskets, you guys. So that is all for my home decor haul of thrifted and vintage items. I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and I will see you again next time. Bye. Have a beautiful day.